freaking love the Reynolds Pamphlet. It just gets me hyped, you know? It's that hype man song, like, yo, never gonna be president now, never gonna be president. He never gonna be president now, never gonna be president. One less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. Do 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 do. I came as soon as I heard Angelica, all the way from London. Damn. Okay, so hey, how's it going? How's life? My name is Sophia. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided to capitalize on the Hamilton hype train. That's right, we are doing the Hamilton book tag. This tag was created by Maureen Keevy, and I will leave a link to the original video down below. The first prompt is the room where it happens, book world you would put yourself in, and for me that is going to be the Nevermore trilogy. So in this story we are following our 11-year-old main character Morgan Crow, who was born on Eventide. Because she was born on Eventide, she is cursed, and so anything bad that happens within this town gets blamed on her. There's a prophecy that says that Morgan will die on her 12th birthday, but instead of dying, she gets whisked away to this magical, whimsical, awesome world of Nevermore. Now, when I tell you that this book is so whimsical and I freaking love it, like the world is just like, the world is like a piece of candy, you know? I'm used to reading dark, grim, gritty fantasy novels, and I like darkness in my stories, but like this one was just, it was just like a light, fluffy piece of candy. That's how I would describe this world. Very whimsical, very magical, very immersive, and yeah. This is also the world where I would be least likely to die a horrible death. So yeah, that's the world I'm choosing. So the next prompt is Schuyler sisters, an underrated female character. And for this, I'm going to have to go with Venka from the Poppy War. Now, in this story, you are following our main character, Rin, who lives in poverty with her foster mother. One day her foster mother decides to have an arranged marriage, so Vin decides the only way she can escape that life is by studying and getting into the most prestigious military academy, Signer Card. Now Venka in this story starts off as a typical spoiled mean girl character. Like she and Najah bully Rin and basically make her feel like crap because of her dark skin and because of her poor standing in society. But then Venka goes through this trauma, and you get to see her not only in this book but in the second book, The Dragon Republic. You get to see her grow from this trauma, and you get to see her challenge societal standards because of what happened to her. I can't really go into details without spoiling it, but I really loved her character development. I loved seeing her strength. I love seeing her challenge her father and his ideals and what a pure woman is supposed to be. So Venka honestly doesn't get enough love in my personal opinion. And so yeah, give Venka more love. So the next prompt is stay alive. And this is going to be a character you wish was still alive. And for me, that is going to be, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. And you know that J. Kristoff did this person dirty. What J. Kristoff did to this character, I didn't like it. Made me so freaking sad because they deserved so much more than what they got. I don't think I'll ever be over it, to be honest. But what can I say? So the next question is burn the most heartbreaking end to a relationship you've ever read. And the book I chose for this prompt isn't a romantic relationship, but it's actually a familial relationship. And that is going to be A Monster Calls by Patrick Rothfuss. No. By Patrick Ness. So in the story, you are following our main character, Connor. His mother has been diagnosed with a terminal illness, and there is this monster that comes to visit him in his dreams every single night. But yeah, because you know that the mom has terminal illness, like, you know where the story is going, but it's still devastating and heartbreaking when it gets to that point. Honestly, this is the only book I've read that I can remember crying. Like, normally I don't cry in books, but this had me sobbing like a freaking baby. I was so emotional, and honestly, it also put me in a bit of a reading slump because I was just so emotionally attached to Connor and his pain, and like, I felt his pain. It was so well written. This made me cry like a freaking baby, and no other book has yet to make me cry as much as this one has. I hope that was coherent, because when I'm emotional about books, I feel like I'm not coherent with my thoughts. The next prompt is You'll Be Back, Sassiest Villain. And I don't think I've read a book with a sassy villain. I think all of the books I've read are like these murderous assholes trying to take over the world and just being like, yeah, fuck humanity, we in this bitch. But yeah, I don't have a response. If you have any books with sassy villains, feel free to leave those recommendations down below. So the next book is the Reynolds Pamphlet. Dun, dun, dun. The Reynolds Pamphlet. Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlights. The Reynolds Pamphlet is a book with a twist you didn't see coming, and I'm not gonna spoil the twist for you guys, but if you've read this, you know if you know, and that's all I gotta say. Like, my mind just couldn't handle it. I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh, but this story let me tell you what this is about, if you don't know already. But in this story, you are following our main character, Esun, who comes home to find that her son has been murdered and that her daughter has been kidnapped by her husband. So she sets off on a quest to find her daughter and kill her husband. But unfortunately for her, she has to go find him in the middle of a season. And in this world, 5th seasons are basically these post-apocalyptic events. So basically, she's trying to find her daughter, kill her husband, all while it's the end of the world. It's a post-apocalyptic fantasy mix, and my soul was brutalized. My emotions were brutalized, and if you want the same experience, highly recommend you pick this bad boy up. Pick it up, it's so good. Oh, Satisfied. Oh my goodness, I love Satisfied. That's my song. But yeah, so Satisfied, favorite book with multiple point of views. It was difficult for me to pick this one. Originally, I wanted to pick N.K. Jemisin, the 5th season, but I wanted to try to limit how many times I talked about that book in this video. So instead, I went with The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. In this story, you are following our main character, Ava Lavender, who was born with wings. It's not really plot focused. It's really hard to describe this book simply because the plot isn't the strongest aspect. Like, you're really focused on these 3 women and their life, their story, obviously, their loves, their loss. I really loved this story. I didn't love all the main characters. The mom character, she irritated the out of me. Oh my goodness. But I did love the grandma. I did love Ava. I loved the writing style. I thought that the writing style was very beautiful and purpley. Oh, it's just so purpley. And it's also magical realism, which isn't something I pick up. I have tried other magical realisms besides this one, and for some reason I just can't get into it. But yeah, this is so beautiful, and this is like the type of book I could reread over and over and over again, which is why I bought the physical copy. So hopefully I can reread this soon to annotate it. But like, I have a million books on my TBR, so will that happen anytime soon? Doubt it. All right, so the next prompt is nonstop, and that is going to be a book you marathoned, a series, correction, you marathoned. And for me, that is going to be the Falling Kingdoms series by Morgan Rhodes. I binge read this entire bad boy in a month, in 2 weeks basically. I think it was my May wrap up. I read nothing. I read like this entire series and 2 other books, and that was it. And honestly, it wasn't even that good in my opinion, so why did I do it? But yeah, in this story you are following 4 main characters. Let's see, you got Cleo, she's a spoiled brat. You got Rebel, Jonas, he's a stupid, he's an idiot. He a rebel, but like he a dumbass rebel, so take that way. You got Sorceress, she a Mary Sue. And then you got the Hare, he a bad boy. He dark and brooded. You've got these warring kingdoms. They're warring with each other, you know. They hate each other, and then they gotta find the magical objects to save the land, or to like be all powerful and shit. And then you've got the chosen one trope, which is that Lucia chick with the attitude problem. And yeah, this is just a hodgepodge of a bunch of stuff. Basically a bunch of classical fantasy tropes in this bad boy. That was a really shitty explanation, but also I don't care to do a better job because this is just mediocre to me. So why did I marathon it? Don't ask me these questions. Don't ask me these tough questions. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? A book series you feel will be remembered throughout history. And I'm gonna cheat just a smidge for this answer, and I am going to say N.K. Jemisin, who wrote the 5th season trilogy. Now, I've only read 1 book by her, and that's this book. Currently reading The Obelisk Gate. Yeah, currently reading The Obelisk Gate by her, and haven't gone far into it yet. But this entire trilogy has won back-to-back, not Pulitzer, Hugo. This trilogy has won 3 Hugo Awards back-to-back for each year that it has been published. N.K. Jemisin is an author within the fantasy realm that is raved about and adored. Like, I have heard nothing bad about this series. The only people I've heard talk bad about the series was like racist people that are just like, oh my gosh, social commentary on racism. Ugh. But everybody else that has read this book has loved it and has sung its high praise. From what I've read of this book, I feel like N.K. Jemisin is very experimental with her writing. Like, she's not afraid to take risks with her writing, and she's not afraid to take the reader through to unexpected places. And so for that, I feel like she will be highly remembered. And then this next prompt is going to be a bonus prompt, and that is going to be, what did I miss? A book or series you were late to reading. Okay. So for me, that is going to be Cassandra Clare's works. They're up there. I forgot to pick them up. I'm not gonna go get them. Oh, but then I'll have to, I can't decide if I should pick them up now or insert the pictures later, because I am lazy. I'm gonna pick them up now. Okay, hold on. So for this, I have two answers. I have a lot of answers for this, but specifically I want to talk about, what is this called? Clockwork Princess, and this one, City of Heavenly Fire, both by Cassandra Clare. Now, these books came out a bajillion years ago, when back I had just graduated high school, I think, when these came out. Oh, I'm aging myself here, oh my gosh. But yeah, and I had yet to read it, and at this point I considered myself a Cassandra Clare fan. I was just like, oh my gosh, guys, I love Cassandra Clare, she's one of my favorite authors. Didn't finish these, and then I couldn't read the Dark Artifices because I didn't read these, and so I've read these, I'm done with them. I can continue on with the Dark Artifices, but have I? No. Will I? I don't know. I will, but will it be anytime soon? I doubt it. All right, so that was the, I was gonna say mid-year book freakout tag, but that's a lie. What is this called? That was the, oh, okay. That was the Hamilton book tag. I hope you, oh wait, no. Next up, I'm gonna tag people. That's what I'm gonna do. So for this tag, I'm going to tag Rue from Rue's Reading, I'm gonna tag Rue from Rue's Reading Corner, Tammy from Tammy Tries to Read, as well as Katie from Brightness Katie Reads. Yeah. So that's it for today's video. I'm in a weird mood. I'm in a weird mood today, guys. I'm sorry. Alrighty, y'all. That was it for the Hamilton book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to comment down below. Let me know some of your answers to these tags. No, that's not the proper word. Questions. Let me know some of your answers to these questions. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you guys soon with another video, and until then, I will see you soon. Bye. I just got my hair done and she already coming undone. I feel disrespected.